Now, in the aftermath of the Biden classified docs revelations, one question remains. Why didn't the FBI raid his office and residence like they did Trump's? Well, tonight, the Wall Street Journal has the answer. Apparently, Merrick Garland considered having FBI agents monitor a search by President Biden's lawyers, but decided against it, both to avoid complicating later stages of the investigation. Okay, how thoughtful and one-sided. This comes as House Republicans, including my next guest, haven't ruled out subpoenaing Biden family members to get to the truth about who had access to these classified documents. Joining us now, Florida Congressman Byron Donalds of the House Oversight Committee. Congressman, now today you made a point to say that this will be done by the book, but the White House said today that y'all are faking outrage over in the House. Your response to that?
Listen, I don't even listen to the White House anymore because all they're trying to do is hide the truth from the American people. And they're trying to show that if you have a legitimate investigation of their actions, that somehow you're playing politics. This from the same Democrats who kicked Republicans off of the J6 committee, who literally turned the FBI on Mar-a-Lago when there was no need to. But when you have a situation where a former Vice President of the United States had classified material labeled top secret SCI at his office that is a think tank that sat there for 6 years, and you don't bring the FBI into that. Merrick Garland decided, oh, we don't need to do that. We'll take him at his word. That is the problem. That is the double standard that is happening in the FBI and in the Department of Justice, and that is what House Republicans are going to get to the bottom of.
Well, on MSNBC today, Congressman, I think we heard the theory that they're going to trot out to kind of defend the Democrats. Watch this.
Why are we even asking about who are in the visitor logs? There's been nothing to date shown that would lend any suspicion, the slightest suspicion, on Biden as a person, that he even knew about any of the documents. So why are they going, on this kind of fishing expedition to see logs? It just doesn't compute.
Your response, Congressman?
Let me help MSNBC understand. Joe Biden had documents at his office, the Penn Biden Center, for apparently 6 years. That is not a secure facility. Those documents might have shown up after his time as being vice president. He has no ability to declassify. Then we find out there's not one, not two, not three, but multiple sets of documents found at his residence. We have no idea who's come and gone from there. We obviously know his son has been there, and his son has been tagged with having business dealings with the Chinese government. If MSNBC and the Democrat Party cannot clearly see that this is something we should investigate and get to the bottom of, then they are the ones playing politics. House Republicans are going to do the legitimate business of Congress. We're going to investigate and we're going to hold accountable people who have done the wrong thing by the American people and by the classified information, which is critical to our nation's security.
Congressman, let's imagine that Vice President Pence was found to have documents scattered around his home, his office, that were classified. The press would immediately ask, did Donald Trump give you the authority to take those documents out? They would immediately connect it to Trump. So why is no one asking President Obama if he gave Biden any clearance to have classified papers in his possession after he left the vice presidency? Why no questions to Obama?
Oh, because the press loves Barack Obama. Let's be clear. They've loved him ever since he ran for president. They loved him through his entire presidency. They love him today. They don't want to tarnish him or his legacy, whatever that may be. That's what this is about. And this is why the American people are sick and tired of big media. They just want it called down the middle. Just call the balls and strikes. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to shade it. Don't try to go after your personal enemies and use media to do it. Just be forthright and direct. The American people want that. And so that's what House Republicans are going to do. We're not going to go and pick targets and say this person's guilty, that person's guilty. We're going to investigate. We're going to go through that process, and we're going to let the evidence speak for itself.
Congressman, we appreciate it. Thank you.